What's up, everybody? Starting out the video today in Conifer, Colorado. So this is up along the 285. I actually stayed the past 2 days with my wife and her family up in Pine, which is just a little farther west than here, but had to come by, stop by the Safeway here. You can even see that. Yep, stop by the Safeway, pick up a couple things that I forgot, of course, and we're about to hit the road. So the sun is just poking up over the mountains, so we're just going to get started for today. The goal today, I mean, we're about six and a half-ish hours away from Telluride, and we're going to get down to Silverton and start running Engineer Pass. And I will probably, I don't know, we'll see how far I get. I'm going to explore a little bit, but see how far I get. But we will probably camp on Engineer Pass tonight. So we'll take you along right now and roll the time lapse. All right, so just made my first pit stop. Apparently I did not set the time lapse right, so you only got like a second of time lapse for about 3.5 to 4 hours of driving. So we are in Gunnison, I believe. So I'm gonna hit the road again, and we'll be back at you once I get to Silverton, I believe. So see you then. So I figured I'd give a little update to you guys. This 6-hour drive just turned into a 7.5-hour drive. And I kind of knew this was going to happen, but Highway 50 has a bunch of construction that's going on, and it was a 50-50 shot if I was going to get through or not. They're limiting how many vehicles go through, so it was kind of a matter of, if I get there in time, great. If not, whatever. They told me that I could wait, and I could go through at 12:30, but it's currently like 10:30, and it's an hour, 20 minutes out of my way to just go the detour route. So I figured, why not just do that for right now? But in the meantime, I get this awesome drive along this little canyon here, so kind of see what's going on here. There was a lot better views back a little ways, but yeah, I didn't feel comfortable stopping this truck back there, because they were all straight off some pretty hot curves, so didn't want to stop there. But I'm gonna take a couple pictures while I'm here with this little valley over the top, and then we'll get back on the road. Just gotta roll with it. All right, made it to Silverton. So I am just gassing up over here, trying to block a little bit of wind, and so staying behind the truck. But I just got to air down. Shouldn't have to air down too much on these. So it is a one-piece wheel, 37s. They are deload range, so I'm probably only going to air down to about 25, see where that goes. Might air down a little bit more than that. So other than that, we're gonna get the trail started. We're heading up to the trail the trail start head, whatever you want to call it, here in just a minute. So right now I'm gonna head up to Animas Forks Probably explore the mine down there right before I hop on to Engineer Pass. And then while we're on Engineer Pass, we will find a place to camp tonight. So beautiful out here. The weather is great. Couldn't ask for better weather out here. So let's get started. Made it up to Animas Fork. So up this way, you can kind of see some of the vehicles moving that way. A couple Toyotas. That is gonna head me back that way, and then it goes up there. I don't know if you can quite see, there's a couple white vehicles up that way. That is where I'm heading. So yeah, I'm gonna go walk around here, kind of explore this area. So you can see got a few buildings over here, but it's a little more crowded than I would have expected today. I mean, it is Tuesday, and I don't know, I guess I've never been out this way, so who knows, maybe this is what normal is. But there's a ton of side-by-sides out, but there's a ton of really unique vehicles. Found a group of international scouts all running up this way, so that was pretty sweet to see. And there was a massive group of Toyotas, probably about 20 vehicles, that passed me at one point, because I didn't want to hold them up or anything, so they looked like they knew what they were doing. And so I'm gonna go walk around a little bit. I'll take you around here, and we'll get back on the road. I'm actually going to explore a little bit of this off camera so that I can grab some pictures of it, because there's kind of a lot to explore up here. So we'll catch you guys in a minute. Getting back on the road now. Done explored a little bit. Got some photos. Post them right before this. But we are on to Engineer Pass now, and should be a pretty good time. I got a group of Jeeps that I will probably be going with after talking to them for a little bit, and they're heading up to the same place. So we're rolling with them. make this really quick because it's raining and it's cold up here, and of course we just got water on the lens. But we are at Odom Point. So good stopping point on Engineer Pass here. Awesome overlook. Trail is behind us. Truck is doing awesome. There's been some hairy spots because it's been a little wet, but other than that, doing pretty good. I'm happy with it, but that's where we're going. Well, good morning. It is the next day, obviously. I did not end up filming the rest of the day just because it got dark. The GoPro wasn't picking up much light, and yeah, it was just tough trying to find a spot. So there's a lot more people out here than I expected, but I'm super glad that I ended up trekking on. We ended up finishing Engineer Pass and started on Cinnamon Pass. I'm only like a mile, maybe a mile and a half into Cinnamon Pass, and just look at this spot that I found. Kind of going up top to give you a little overhead of this place. So there's the road right over there. It's got this little back area, so nice and kind of private, but solid area. And I got the water rushing right down there, and so I was super excited when I found this spot. It was pretty dark, but good thing we had some good light here, and was able to put it up. So this is a little loud down here, but kind of see we got the water rushing, which was awesome last night. And so I'm used to sleeping with a loud room, so that was honestly pretty nice. So the tent, awesome. Awning, awesome. Slept pretty good in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up to make some breakfast, and then we'll get on the road today. Some of you may be asking, what am I cooking? Well, we got some hash browns, some bacon, and we're gonna throw some eggs on here in a minute. But we're using that Blackstone Adventure Ready grill. Surprisingly, well worth the money. I've used it a couple times before this, and definitely well worth the money. So the only downfall is the temperature control on it. You only get one temperature control, so it is what it is. You can make it work, but we're gonna keep it rolling right here and get back to the time lapse. All right, I am all packed up. As you can see, didn't really take too long, but up here it's pretty tiring. I'm not used to the altitude, obviously. But real quick before I go, I wanted to show you the waterway that's down here. This is what it's all about. Somebody had a little fire pit down there, and so fire ban in place, but probably can't hear me very well. So we're going to go back up. Truck's up there. But we are going to get going. I got to do a couple things. Got to clear the memory card on here, so I'm going to hook it up to the computer and put everything on the hard drive, and then we'll get on our way. All right, so stopped on the trail right now. We just got started on Cinnamon Pass, and we got notified that there's a bulldozer and a track loader coming down the hill. So everyone pretty much had to find a spot to pull over. But I got stuck with some pretty nice people. Took some pictures for me and everything. So, but we should be out of here pretty soon. But we got the loader or the bulldozer coming down right now, and we'll get it going. Well, that was Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass all in one video, and an overnight using some of the accessories that we sell in store. So I know I said I was probably going to do a couple more passes. After talking to quite a few people who are a little more veteran status, I guess you could say, rather than rookie status, which I am, they recommended if I was going to go do Poughkeepsie or Yankee Boy, well, Yankee Boy they said was pretty easy, but typically if you take Yankee Boy you end up taking Imogene too. And so after talking to probably 3 different groups, they all recommended that I need to have someone with me, or at least be going with a group, and unfortunately I was not able to find a group that was going. Plus I know nothing about the camping side on those trails. Engineer Pass and Cinnamon Pass, I know a lot more about the spots that you can camp in, But up there, I'm not sure how far I need to get before I can get to a decent camping spot, and I don't want to get stuck in this position where I don't know where I'm at. So hold on here, gotta check the compressor. We are good on that one. So anyways, I'm actually gonna head home. I'm gonna head through Telluride here, just because I love going to that town. But I'm gonna head through Telluride, and then I'm going home. Well, back to Pine. And before we end today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the products that I used while out on this trip, and just kind of give you a little review on them. So obviously we've got the rack, the Pace Edwards cover, the Body Armor Skyridge tent, and the Overland Vehicle Systems 270 awning. So here's my take on it. This rack is awesome. This awning is awesome. I should have got a bigger tent. Not because of the size of the tent, but because of how the rack is set up. I wish I would have got a bigger one. So other than that, the tent was awesome. Very airtight. It rained a little bit last night and had absolutely no issue with the rain. And let's see, the Pace Edwards, I'll be completely honest, not a huge fan of it. Not a huge fan. We're at 35 there, so I'll stop. Reason why I'm not a big fan of it, having a lifted truck with a manual tonneau cover that's retractable is honestly a pain in the butt. Just having to reach over the side of the truck to close it. I'm only this tall. Yeah, you can see where that would be an issue. So going forward, an automatic one would have been a better choice. Other than that, obviously I love the awning. You guys have seen it many times before. I love that thing. The rack, pretty awesome. The tent, really good tent. I'm a big fan of the quality of it, especially for as cheap as it is. So what else did I use? We had the Rough Country cooler, which is sitting at a cool 32 degrees. And you can see, had all my stuff in there. It's a mess because it just got jumbled around on the trails. But that thing, I shut it off last night because obviously I can't keep the vehicle on overnight to be able to power it. But I had set it at about 25 degrees for the last probably 2 hours of the day that I was driving. And I only took something out of it maybe twice when I got to the site, and that thing lasted overnight. And when I hopped in the truck in the morning, it was only 37 degrees in there, so it's plenty fine to keep stuff overnight in it. So pretty good fan of it. I used also the Rough Country air down kit. It worked. It wasn't great. I actually ended up using, I'll show you real quick. Ended up using this air down piece here and gauge. I used that when I used to race rallycross, and that was an easy way to air down a couple pounds. But airing down 10-15 pounds is kind of a pain with that thing. But I was having issues with the Rough Country one, so it worked well to an extent, but it was honestly faster to air down with the manual gauge. So I don't know if maybe it was a user error or what, but yeah, there's that. The Vertex coilovers did great, no complaints. The Fox shocks, it is what it is. They've been on there for like 30-some thousand miles, and they've been rode hard. A lot of towing with it too. So there's that. The airbags did awesome for carrying all the extra load on there. I've got the Firestone airbags airlift compressor, so I was able to monitor the bags, make sure that I didn't have any issues there. And last but not least, the Bulldog compressor. So I'm airing up right now to head back, but I just wanted to give you a quick review on that stuff. So that is it. That is all that I've got for you guys. We will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the future content coming out, podcasts, Nick's truck, weekly vlogs, and who knows, maybe more of this stuff. So on that note, we will see you later from Silverton, Colorado.